Hi Leos, how are you? What are the messages and advice and guidance for Leos? Love life. Leos, you've kind of had a interesting year. There's been like fits and starts and love and safety and changing your mind. Let's finish this year off. What's going on? How are you going to finish this year off, Leos? I am personally interested because two of my best friends are Leos with Cancer rising. So it's like complete, utter emotional relationship chaos with those two. And it's hilarious. But I love it so much. Like all we do is just talk about love. It's so funny. Okay. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Nine of Pentacles. I couldn't read that upside down even though I know this card like the back of my hand. The Nine of Pentacles reversed. Leos, this means one of two things. First, either you are not ready in terms of life to be in a stable relationship, or you're so ready that that's all you're focusing on. Neither of which are bad. Okay? But you want a relationship, or you don't want a relationship because you've got to sort your life out. Okay. That's the underlying energy. At your core of the rest of this month, of the rest of this year, we have the Six of Swords. So yes, you could be traveling. You're prepping for next year. You're sorting out your mindset. You're sorting things out. We have the Eight of Cups here crossing it. So you have either walked away from somebody or somebody has walked away from you. It's causing you to have deep introspection and figure out what's going on. Like you're figuring out how you feel. You're figuring out how you should be feeling. In the foundation, well, first of all, in the past, we have the Nine of Cups. Again, this is reversed. This is the same type of energy as the Nine of Pentacles. Only one is more life situation oriented and security oriented, and one is more emotional security oriented. But they're the same dynamic because they're both reversed, Leo. So in your past, okay, you didn't feel like your wishes were coming true. You didn't feel emotionally fulfilled. You didn't feel like you were winning. It was crappy. And I've seen it all year with you, Leos. It's like there's this promise and then it gets debunked. And then there's this promise and there's this excitement and then you change your mind, or then they change their mind, or then your heart gets broken, then you try to get back and you can't. Like there's just been fits and starts for you all year in terms of love. And it's just so showing here. So whoever left, even if this was 6 months ago, like it's still weighing on your mind. So you've got to sort this out. Feeling like this. Take a trip. Take a mental journey. Like relax. Sort things out. Sort your thoughts out. Sort your emotions out. Be with those you love. Be with those who love you. And really get prepared. Because Leos, you don't want to take any of this energy. Leave it in the past. Foundation, Page of Swords. The good news is there's no spying, stalking. You're not even seeking you're not even seeking clarity anymore. It's like you're just kind of over it. They might just be kind of over it. That's good. Things are still lingering here. That's not good. It's natural. Oh, hold on. I pulled the wrong card. At the foundation, regardless, I'll stay here because I was here. This is how you feel about it. You don't feel like you need to seek any more information. You don't think you need clarity. You're done trying to figure stuff out in your head. In terms of your person, this person that walked away, or your love life, you're kind of done trying to figure it out. So that's a healthy mindset to be in, okay? And you're here right now. Yeah, you're like moving away, sorting things out for the last final time. That's it. Okay? Now, in your actual foundation, we have the Eight of Swords reversed. So you're moving out of this headspace. You're moving out of this paralysis. You're moving out of this like kind of self-deprecating mindset. You're not going to be here anymore. You're moving away from this. Beautiful. What you're moving into is the Ace of Pentacles. So you're moving into a place where there is going to be new beginnings. You're focusing on something that is wholesome and real, something that is tangible, something that can be built, where everybody's on the same page, something you can feel good about. comfortable. That's crowning you. Okay, in your future, we have the Two of Wands. So there's going to be a choice. But we have choices every day, don't we? This is not a bad thing. There's going to be a choice. You're definitely in a place where you are recognizing where you have been. You're in a place where you're recognizing where you want to be and where you currently are. Perfect. That's perfect. How your partner or your love life or people in your external world view you, temperance reverse. So they may have, you've not been in the best place emotionally, and that's okay. But you're moving away from that. So currently that's how people are seeing you. Fine, whatever, who cares? F off, right? Like you don't care. You don't care. You're taking care of yourself. You're doing what you need to do. Done. In your hopes and fears, though, we have the Sun reversed. So this is still a very positive card, even though it's reversed. Your hopes and fears. On some small, tiny, minuscule level, Leos, I feel like you are kind of losing faith that this can actually happen. Real success, real joy, real love, real children, real money, real security. You're kind of feeling like you're afraid in the fear position here. You're kind of afraid that this might all be a facade and that it's not real. But don't be there. Okay, don't go to that space. And then in your outcome, we have the High Priest reverse. So in your outcome, Leos, again, like you're in a place where you're getting ready to start something very fresh and very new, and you're going to take your time doing it because you want it to be solid. What's in the past is in the past. Okay, you're not worried about it anymore. You're coming out of that space, and that's good. And you've got some kind of things to think about and things to sort out before you can really start focusing on this. And that really is like, you got to figure out where you are and where you want to be and what you're doing and where you're going. Because this is kind of like this paradigm. You're in the middle of a paradigm shift in your belief structures, in what you used to believe, what you wanted to believe, what you thought you should believe in terms of love and people and faith and trust. Because people can be dicks, right? So it's like, I feel like you always kind of thought that there was goodness in everybody, but now you're kind of realizing that there's just not. And there are good people, but you actually have to put effort into actually figuring out if they are good before jumping to that conclusion. Because you're not going to be in that space anymore. You're not going to allow anybody to do that to you ever again. And again, if you're in a completely solid, great relationship, most likely you're not going to be watching a tarot video on YouTube about love if your relationship is stellar, right? But if you are, what does this mean for you? Okay, there's some very negative energy and messiness that you're leaving behind. It doesn't mean a person, but it has caused frustration in the relationship. You're definitely both looking towards a new beginning, but there is some kind of life organization stuff that has to take place before you two can be good again, really. There's some life organization stuff that has to take place. And yeah, it could be financially related a little bit too. So you're the most important card here, I think, really, Leos, is that you've got to figure out stuff. You're very capable, and you've got like amazing potential with people, amazing potential in energy, in work, and getting money, and coming up with ideas and being creative. Like, you're very, very, very capable. But until you define it, what you want, where you want to go, and map it out, it's like spinning in the air, right? Like, you've got to ground it. You've got to ground yourself. This is the most important card for you for the next couple weeks, Leos, because this is telling you that you have got to sort your mind out. And you've got to be ready for next year. Because you don't want to take any regret and what if scenarios in with you. Like, you've just got to like cut this Whatever it is, even if you're in a long-term bond, it's got to be left growing and growing and growing for the next 9 years. Okay, that's great. But what is it that you want to be taking with you forward? You've got to remember that. What energy am I taking forward with me? What am I taking with me? All right? So really give that some serious thought and really be prepared to allow some letting go and of whatever. Hurt feelings, bad energy, cheating scenarios, divorces. Let it go. Do not let it impact you, because you know what? It only impacts you if you let it. All right, Leos. Love you guys. Bye.